All right, we'll be breaking down Born to be Wild by Steppenwolf. So we're actually going to start with a little slower tempo than that as we break it down. Let's try 80 BPM. So the first half of the first measure after this flam on the snare on beat 4. So if you would count that in, it'd be 1, 2, 3, flam. Okay, we're going to ignore that for right now. Starting the crash, so it's going 1, 2, end. 1, 2, end. And we're just going to put this whole measure together because I don't think it's that hard. On beat 3, it's 3, 4, end. So rhythmically, on the kicks and snares, it's doing the same thing. It just happens to go from the crash to the hi-hat. So from beat 3 again. 3, 4, end. 3, 4, end. So from beat 1, it'd be 1, 2, and 3, 4, end. Let's play that a couple times without a metronome. So it'd be 1, 2, and 3, 4, end. 1, 2, and 3, 4, end. All right. So the second measure of our kind of 2-measure pattern, starting on 1 with just a hi-hat, 1, end. So we got 1 and 2, end. Nice and slow. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. All right. And then 3 and 4 is actually pretty simple in this one. 3, 4. So just that second measure here, I'll show you which one I'm talking about from there. So it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. All right. Let's try those 2 measures back to back. Keeping that slow tempo of 80, but what we're going to do first is just play kicks, and then we'll play hands, kind of break down rhythmically where everything's going to land. So just kicks. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. One, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. Hands. Both. All right, let's try that same beat at 90 BPM. Feet. One, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. Hands. Both. All right, let's try 100. This time we'll try to put it all together right away. 2, 3, 4. Rushing it. All right, let's see how I do at 110. I might be a little sloppy. Noticing how I played at 100. So just a beat that I have to work on. You know, don't overthink things. Keep it slow, learn it, and then speed it up. We'll see how 110 goes. hear a little slop on the second measure, that N3. I don't know why. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. It seems like I'm flamming a little bit that kick and hi-hat at the same time. So 110 wasn't terrible. Let's do it one more time. A nice clean one. One, 2 and 3, 4 and. And you hear every once in a while on my kick, I'm getting a little bit of an ugly double hit in there that I just have to watch out for. Let's try 120. I think full speed is 144. It is. So just hands. Just try to get this new tempo down. One and two, bump, bump, ba-dum. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Gotta watch those kick drums. All right, we're gonna move on to that fill in measure 4, and it looks like we're gonna start at 60 BPM. So what's happening again? It's kind of the same measure that we just played, except it just has a fill in it. And then the last little bit's a little bit different. So starting on the measure right below the 60 BPM, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. So exactly the same. The next measure is 1 again, 1 and then you're gonna go 2. 3, 2, 3, 2. So 2 would be just regular sticking. Is gonna be your left hand, and then right hand on 3, and then you have to go 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and. Let's see, breaking those up, how that goes. Maybe let's do 50 BPM on that. Not maybe, but for sure. All right. And 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. It's a little slow. 1 and 2 E endo, 1 and 2 E endo. Okay. Now from beat 3, it's going to go 3 with our right hand, 3 and 3 and 4 and. A little bit slower. 3 and 4 and. So let's try just that. That might be a weird loop to do, but we'll see how it goes. Four and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and. Easy to rush, but not a hard measure. So let's speed that up to 60 and put that whole thing together. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, a 3 and 4 and 1. All right, let's see how that fits together with the measure before it, which comes back to a crash, which is what happens in the actual song as well. So this might be a little bit slow, but we'll try not to play it sloppy. 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2. All right, let's speed that up. Excuse me. Missed the hi-hat there. 3, 4, 1. All right, I think we're getting it down. Let's move to 80. We'll just kind of keep on chipping away at the tempo. I think I played something wrong there. 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Gotta get those kicks in there. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. All right, so I kind of was thinking a little too much about that because I was starting to get that sloppiness on that end of 4. 3 and 4 and. Ooh, 3 and 4 and. 3 and 4 and. So just got to watch that. Let's try at 80 one more time, see if I can clean that up. 2, 3, 4. Missed that kick. But I've been nailing these. 1. That kick was sloppy. There we go. All right, got a couple good ones in there. Let's try it at 90 and see if I just fall apart. Same thing for you. If you fall apart at 90, go back to 80. Ooh, that last one. I got that little bit of a double on there. So got to watch out for that. We're going to move on. I think there's one more. Yeah, there's one more fill at the end of this. We're going to try that at 50 BPM to start. So let's get that. Again, what's nice is we're keeping a lot of the same ideas on everything else that's going on. Here, let's move that 50 down so you can see what tempo I'm at. That kick landing on the end of 2. Here, we'll just, okay. So on beat 1 of this measure right here, we're going to hit a hi-hat. So it's 1 and, exactly what we played before. 1 and, 2 and So reading that's never the easiest. But we have a just regular eighth note rest here. So that's 2 E and then So it'd be 2 E, 2 E and 2. See, I'm even messing that up. 2 and is probably how I'd really count it. But to make sure I'm not like messing around with that space at all, 2 E and 2 E and 2 E and 2 E and 2 E. So it's a weird loop, but 2 E and 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 2 E and. Let's try it from the 1. So it's 1 and 2 E and 1 and 2. Ooh, it becomes a weird little jazzy little beat. Let's see if I can play that in a loop, or if I'm just gonna fail. 1, 2, 1, 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Oh, I missed it. As in you guys maybe didn't notice, and maybe I called it out. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and Oh, thinking too much about that. Let's put the whole thing together a minute. That might be easier. So we're going to ignore this little semi-open hi-hat right there, or loose hi-hat, I should say. We're just going to ignore that for a sec. So we get 3 and 4, and, which feels odd coming from that a 3 and 4, and almost feels like we're just slowing down. A 3 and 4 and. So with that loose hi-hat, I'd probably play 3 and 4 and. And just let it ring out until you come to verse 1 where you go, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. It's probably what I would do. I haven't listened to the song to see exactly if they're carrying that out. But usually if they're not putting that in, it kind of means it's just going to ring out. We will try these 2 measures. I'm going to try to put the loose hi-hat in there. We'll see how I do. This might be a little too slow as well. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. It's a little bit slow. You might fall asleep playing that, but, you know, it's good to learn it that way and to get going. So a little faster at 60 BPM. Trying not to rush it. All right, let's do 70. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and a 3, and 4, and... All right, let's try 80. One, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and a 3, 4. Ooh. Sloppy. I gotta work on that 1 and 2 and a 3. Ooh, a 3. I like to rush that. Might be a combination of lifting my left foot while having to play down with my right foot. That's throwing me off. But let's try it again at 80. Sometimes just taking a short little break is what you need, and then just jump right in. Or I'll fail miserably. Those are the two options. Really rushing that. 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and... Thought way too much. Try it 1 or 2 more times before I move on. 2, 3, 4. All right, we're going to call it good on that. We'll come back next time with faster speeds on that intro and break down the verse as well. Thank you for paying attention. Peace. Check out if you want the sheet music, check it out down below. Link in the bio or link in the description. And you guys have a good Thursday.